Welcome to Hot Lettuce TV, where we answer questions no one asked. Today's question, can you beat Resident Evil Village using only mines? This video tells the story of Stephen Wintercraft. Ever since childhood, Ethan Winters loved Minecraft. He would spend days building phallic dream homes with dollar sign shaped pools and shrines dedicated to his one true god, Steve. As time went on, Ethan had to grow up and put his idolization to rest, so he married a lovely girl and also made this. Oh, I got a baby. Hello. Baby. Baby. I remember referring to you as baby all the time. He put baby to bed so he and Mia could make baby too. But Mia had other plans. She had made gumbo.
It's churba de legume. It's a local recipe.
That's a fancy way to say gumbo. Ethan figured if she ate enough and drank enough wine, she would go to bed early and he could stay up late crafting mines, like Steve would have wanted. Suddenly, in the middle of gumbo time, someone shot Mia, and then they took Baby. Unshackled of Mia and Baby, Ethan was finally free to do exactly what he wanted to do that night. Craft mines. First, to craft mines, he would need the correct parts. Metal scrap and rusty metal scrap. Alright, I've got the rusted scrap, I just need the metal scrap. I need one of each. Turns out when you combine the two, not only do they form a light bulb and a small sound box, but they also become highly explosive. I assume this comes from a class war between the elite metal scrap and the impoverished rusty metal scrap, but that's a story for a different day. After sliding through the snowy woods and being chased by wolfmen, Ethan had finally found a moment's peace, which was swiftly interrupted by an old hag. Game's words, not mine. Then we met these two and went to their house for a lovely family dinner.
There is no one left. A worthless invalid. A stupid, wailing bitch.
Look, man, I know you've lost a lot of games of Minesweeper in your days, and you don't believe that this can be done, what I'm trying to do. You think it's a suicide mission. I get it. I'm a hero. You know, I understand that. But, like, just let me be a hero. You know, just let me. Just because you suck at Minesweeper doesn't mean that I suck at Minesweeper. Now, pattern recognition would tell you that these literally just don't go well for Ethan. And that instinct couldn't be more correct. Walking into a damp and dark castle, Ethan knew something was wrong. "Where are all the metal scraps?" he cried out. In a desperate search, he pulled a lever. It was then he met Nicolas Cage.
Didn't think anyone was left.
Then we got chased by more dog boys. Shit! After that, we met our official Minecrafting coach, Coach the Duke. Then we ended up back in the castle where we finally realized the millennial dream, getting hooked and dragged by 3 adorable goth girls and their big scary mom. Mommy Dimmadome and the Demitriplets tasted my Ethan Winters ragu and decided to let me hang out for a bit. A fine hunk like me has to age like fine wine, you know? After getting in a good hook nap, I could wait no longer. I had to find Lady Dommy Mommy. But based on past experiences, I at this point had learned if there's anything that gets in the way of a good marriage, it was children. And if I was going to marry Lady Dimmadome and become Ethan Dimmadome, I had to get the daughters out of the way. So I ripped the hooks out of my hands and immediately set my path towards the first daughter, whose name I honestly don't know. Use the maroon eye. And let's go in here and face the, I don't remember which one, I don't know their names. I know one's Cassandra. Run past. Hey, what?
Let me string you up. Slice your jugular.
What if you didn't though, right? What if you just did not? Did I lose her? Nope, I did not. Okay, she was looking for me the whole time. She was aware that I was still in the building. Once I arrived at the first daughter, I realized I didn't know how many mines I needed to kill her. But I didn't have many to spare, so I had to make them count. She ended up using all 2 of my mines, so I had to go on a search to get materials to craft more. Alright, 2 mines, that's all it took. That's not too bad. 2 mines is not too bad. I got just enough supplies to do this. On my journey to find more, I saw our dream lady again. You know, this directly reminds me of a scene from one of my old videos. Yes. 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 And then she chopped my hand off. A true sign of affection in the house of Lady Bongamanganono Logangas. And then we found the second daughter, and,
A dream. This is a dream.
it didn't kill you? It was during this fight I found my true worst nightmares were coming true. There was no way I could make this run happen. Then I remembered, I had a New Game Plus file to utilize that had supplies. I would have to rebeat a few areas to catch back up, but it was worth it to make the run happen. I quickly hurled Baby into the crib, Watched Mia get absolutely peppered, dodged the bad good boys, got back into the castle, and destroyed daughters 1, 2, and 3 with ease. After defeating the daughters and getting the dagger of matrimony, it was time to finally see my mountainess beauty. I stabbed her as a playful wink back to the time she cut my hand off, and what the f*** is that? Just like in the movie Shrek, Lady Don't Touch Me changed at night. She went from a beautiful mistress to a disgusting dragon monster, just like that. Of course, being the paperwork wasn't final, I had to end the marriage. Not taking it too well, she tried to kill me. I had no choice. I had to use the mines. Lady Double D's fight using only mines was generally straightforward, with only small bits of space where she would fly around and refuse to come down. Meanwhile, I was stuck waving the light up parts of my mines around like one of those dudes that throws raves on airport landing strips, until she would come down so I could give her my special handcrafted mines. Mines over bitches, Steve always said. Steve would be so proud. After climbing to the highest window of the tallest tower, we reached the end of the fight, where the game wouldn't allow me to place mines. You see, I didn't know this before starting the run, but there are a few areas in the game where mines are just kind of banned, and as much as it broke my heart to do it, I had to think of a way out. I may not be as good as Steve. I may not know how to utilize mines for every situation, but I did know how to throw other explosives, like a pipe bomb. Basically like TNT in Minecraft, so it's kind of Steve approved. After fighting my way through the Demodome, I had to face another fear of mine. Dolls. Also, grasshopper babies. This part of the game takes all your weapons away and crafting supplies, and also I accidentally muted the audio for the game during this part, so here's a quick TLDR for you. It was only upstairs. Baby. Baby, baby, baby. No, baby. No, no, baby. No, baby. No, no, baby. With my 2 ex-wives dead, my baby missing, the cricket nightmare fuel trapped in the house, and my stepdaughter's mined to death, it's time to fight my favorite Tim Burton villain of all time. Danny DeVito as the Penguin, who's actually a fish. Well, Vito's part of the game is pretty simple. Cut some slime up with a knife, run through a tunnel without getting hit, finally, defeat Candy Crush, and boom, it's time for the Slime Man. His arena actually has some explosive barrels and supplies to build mines in it, as well as a mine itself, so it would seem the boss fight was going to be easy to pull off. And I'm not going to lie, it wasn't that bad. So far in the run, combat has been pretty easy to pull off. It's just a matter of scavenging and finding enough mines to actually kill bosses, so I'm not forced to resort to other methods. We beat Danny and moved on to the caves where I had to fight Hagrid. Damn it, I already used that joke, didn't I? We had to fight Ulysses S. Grant. One-on-one. Mono e mono. My mines versus his bushy beard, large hammer, and unapologetically terrible halitosis. I used every mine I could, but he didn't go down. I tried searching around the place to see if I could find materials to make mines, but to no avail. Was this the end of the run? Would I be forced to abandon Minecraft once again? With hope slowly drifting further and further from my hands, it seemed I was done. Washed. Unworthy of the craft. Then, an additional man-pup showed up. Hope wasn't dead. See, I needed some metal scrap, and on rare occasion, they were known to drop them after trying to eat them. Silly Doge persons. If I could get Urias to hit him, he might drop some metal scraps. He didn't. So I waited again. For roughly 30 minutes, I would wait for him to call in the boys, and only every 10 minutes or so would he do it. It was then I realized, he does it more when he's actually taking damage. Would it be acceptable to knife the boss so that he could call in backup and then I could loot their corpses for metal? I think yes. The process of knifing and trying to get a wolf dude to drop a metal scrap took about an entire hour to do. But we pulled it off. Uriah Carey was dead. And with the love and favor of Steve on my side, we moved on. Moved on to Nicholas Cagenberg's factory of f***ed up nightmares. Seriously, this place is like a FNAF fever dream meets Military Island from Resident Evil 4. I ran around lost a lot. Go in here. Go in here. Ow! Shit! Get off me. Leave me alone. Made a cog. Made a key. Forgot where to put the key.
Why do I have to deal with you guys everywhere I go? What is, like, why? Why is this? This is madness. This is, why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
It eventually fought the hidden member of Motorhead. Sturm was actually super easy. You see, his entire fight is basically just trying to avoid getting hit by his blind charging and hitting him in the back. I may not have been able to hit his back, but I definitely got to hit his ankles. I blew his ankles out more times than that football guy who's really good at the game and breaks ankles a lot. Yeah, that one. Either way, after Sturm, we found Chris again. I didn't bother asking where Baby was because, well, I didn't care where Baby was. I was finally living my best life, to be honest. Chris gave me a tank and sent me on the way to fight Gundam Nicolas Cage. Normally this would probably cause a failure of the mission, but the game literally requires you to tank him for the first phase of the fight. And tank him, I did. Turns out there were two things about this fight that were off. One was being forced to use a tank, which isn't what Steve would have done. And the other is the fight won't let you place mines. I don't know why the game chooses certain areas where you can't plant mines. I personally thought Minecraft was rated E for everyone. Regardless, I had to resort to a different method. Pipe bombs. After giving Heisenberg that pipe, it was finally time. Time to end this. But first I had to play the dumb Chris part, where I kinda just chose to use grenades since the game didn't give me mines, and also I wasn't Ethan, therefore not in my quest to become Steve Minecraft. I beat Chris's part pretty easy, so now it was time to finally beat Steve's arch nemesis, Miranda. I immediately began planting mines to kick off the fight, placing them at her feet any chance I got. Then, something tragic happened again. Haha! I made you take damage this time. I'm now out of mines and can no longer craft any. I was out of mines with no extra enemies to kill. I tried using my pistol to blow up the weird goop balls in hopes that they would drop crafting materials, but they just kept giving me stupid, useless sniper bullets. What am I supposed to do with these, lady? Eventually I realized that the mines I made along the way was the true craft all along. I didn't have to be Steve. I could be Steve and Ethan, all at once. And thus, Steve-then Wintercraft was born. I immediately started in with my other explosives as I still wanted to pay homage to the one true man. First, my pipe bombs. Then, all the explosive rounds from my grenade launcher. And then, of course, my trusty explosion knife. It wasn't long before Miranda could handle no more and finally gave in to my Steveness. So after a long journey and a lot of crafting, it was done. We came in with the question, can you beat Resident Evil Village using only mines? Kinda. You kinda can. Basically, you can if you're not a total fraud like Steven, who based his entire personality on a video game that literally started out without a story. And with that, I have a confession to make. I have never played Minecraft in my life. But maybe I will if you subscribe and we come up with a challenge run for it. Either way, you have a good one. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!